Going into the 2015-2016 NBA season, the Knicks had aspirations of making the playoffs. But halfway through the season at the All-Star break, they're sitting at the record of 21-34. Before it's too late, they need to make some changes. They needed someone who can A, help win games, and B, bring the fan interest up. Because they don't have many trading pieces, they need to go into free agency and find a guy that can step it up. They had one guy in mind. At the age of 40 years old, he can still go out there and get you buckets, and everyone loves him. How's it going, guys? Kicking the fourth quarter here, and I'm back with some more of our Allen Iverson Create a Legend. So I'm doing things a little different. At first, we had him with his original team. We had him with the 2000-2001 76ers, and I just brought that team to present day. But I was like, you know, that's boring. He has nobody to pass to on that team. It's just the Allen Iverson show. So I decided to bring him into 2015-2016. And because of that, he's now 40 years old. He's 40 years old in real life, which is crazy because I feel like it was just a couple years ago that I was watching the guy ball. Well, he's 40 years old, and he's actually been talking about the past 3 or 4 years. He's been talking about how he'd like to make it back to the NBA. So I was like, why not put him on the Knicks? The Knicks need a nice guard out there, and they still got Melo. Bringing back the cornrow killers, even though, of course, Melo doesn't have cornrows anymore. And then we got Porzingis, a nice guy to pass to too. I thought it was a nice little mix. And since I do have him at 40 years old now, his attributes have decreased significantly. Like, he was like a 96 overall when he was in 2000-2001 team. But I decided to lower it because at 40 years old, no one is the same guy they were when they were 20, right? So his overall has dropped from a 96 down to a 79. And I think that's a bit realistic. He's not going to go out there and give you 40 a game, but he'll still be a nice contributor to the team. And because the Knicks really don't have a point guard, I decided to start him at point guard over Jose Calderon. You see right here, we actually getting some buckets. Started off really rough, 0 for 4 from the field. You saw me get my shot blocked. I was just not used to it. I was taking shots that the 96 overall guy can make, but not the 79 overall. So it's going to be a little learning curve. I'm going to have to learn how to play with the new Allen Iverson. But it was fun playing this game. It actually, like with the other team, he was the only guy that can score at all. But now we got Melo, who's of course not afraid to take shots. And we got Porzingis, who's a young guy too. 2K actually upgraded this whole Create a Legend process. It's a lot easier now. If you have your player lock on a guy, whenever he's subbed out, the game goes black and it comes back when he's subbed in. So it's crazy. It's actually like My Career, but with any guy you want, which is insane. I'm so glad they fixed that with the newest patch. But right here, we're late in the third quarter. We're finally getting some shots up. The first half, we didn't actually even play a lot of minutes, but going into the fourth quarter, it is 71-56. We're down by almost a dub, and we've only taken 9 shots total. And I was thinking to myself, it's takeover time. Time for AI to take over. Show a little vintage right there with the nice spin layup, spin jump shot. The guy is going crazy in this fourth quarter. I tried my best to make it realistic. I am playing Hall of Fame simulation, so I'm actually going to miss a couple shots in this fourth quarter, but I was taking more than I was in the first 3 quarters because I want to get this W. You saw what our record was, man. I want to win as many games as possible and potentially make our way up to the playoffs because we're sitting at 10th in the East, which is not terrible halfway through the season. We still got some time to jump up to at least 8th, so we need to win a lot of games. And in this fourth quarter, Allen Iverson decided to take off. And it wasn't just me scoring either. I was getting other guys involved because eventually they start to try to bring a double team right there, hand in the face, and he still knocked it down. Down by 10 now. We're just down by like 17, and we already brought it down to 10. Right there, get the steal, and we see Aaron the fly low all alone on the break. Give it up to him with the finish. We're on fire, guys. You know when you're on fire, he still has all his badges. So he still has microwave, he still has unfazed and all that stuff, killer crossover. He has all that stuff still. So right here, we're going to get the offensive board. Go back to AI at the top of the key, knocking it down. Cutting that lead by a lot. Pick and roll right here with Porzingis. Give it to him. The guy finishes at the hoop like he's a young or old veteran, and that's good because we actually run a lot of pick and rolls this fourth quarter. We getting the board right there, running the break, giving up to Aaron the Flalo, who's gonna pass it out. They see me on the wing. Allen Iverson, green release. That's me being on fire, getting the green release late in the fourth quarter. So we brought it within 2. 1 minute left. Pick and roll right here again with Porzingis. He's gonna roll. We're gonna give him the ball, and like I said, he's finishing at the hoop. So it's tied up. All tied up with 30 seconds to go, and they missed the shot. So now we got one more opportunity. Let's see how it goes. You see the mismatch, I call for the isolation. It's AI ball, AI time right here, shifting them and finishing at the rim. 0.2 seconds left. Probably the end of the game, but they still have a little bit of time to get a shot up, so we still got to play a little bit of defense. Try not to give up a oop. Right here, they're going to go up, do a couple screens. They get at the top of the key, and look at this. He made the shot, but it was a little too late. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Hall of Fame simulation stuff. But he missed it, and we get our first victory with the new team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this idea. If you did, be sure to leave it a like. I'll bring it more often because, you know, we got a lot of things going on in this channel. But if you guys like this significantly, I would definitely bring more and more to it. But we had 27, 9, and 8. It's been the King of the Fourth. Thanks so much for watching.